there is a version of van life that nobody talks about. Not the aesthetic version, with a roof rack and a sunset photo. Not the budget version where you trade a lease payment for a parking lot. The version nobody talks about is the one where a full-size American van gets rebuilt from the ground up with the kind of interior specification that makes people stop walking when they see it parked. The version where the word van stops being a category and starts being a decision. GMC has been building the Savana platform for decades. It has moved families, tools, cargo, and crew. It has been everything except one thing. In 2026, that changed. And the GMC Savana Explorer Motorhome is the most complete argument ever made for why the van was always the right foundation. It just needed someone to finally take it seriously. Most people carry a mental image of what a full-size van is. It is a box. A functional, utilitarian, get-the-job-done box that was never designed to impress anyone. It was designed to carry things. People bought them because they needed space, not because they wanted an experience. That assumption is exactly what GMC decided to dismantle with the Savana Explorer, because the problem was never the platform. The Savana body is large, structurally solid, and built on a chassis that has proven itself across commercial applications for years. The problem was that nobody had ever treated it as a starting point for something that could genuinely compete with the way people think about premium travel, until now, before you open a door. The exterior of the 2026 Savana Explorer tells you something has changed. The front fascia carries a bold GMC grille, flanked by sharp LED lighting that gives this van an assertive road presence that the previous generation never had. Sculpted body panels replace the flat surfaces that used to make vans visually disappear on the highway. Aerodynamic enhancements are not cosmetic here. They reduce wind noise at highway speed and improve efficiency in ways that matter on a cross-country run. Color-matched bumpers, sleek side moldings, large panoramic windows that signal from the outside that what is happening inside. This vehicle is not a standard cargo configuration. The silhouette is still unmistakably Savana, but refined in a way that makes you look twice, and then look again, step inside, and give yourself a moment. Because the interior of the GMC Savana Explorer Motorhome does something that full-size vans almost never do. It earns a pause. The cabin opens with a sense of spaciousness that the exterior dimensions do not fully prepare you for. Seating is supportive and configured for real human beings on real long journeys, not for the maximum number of bodies a floor plan can technically accommodate. Premium upholstery options bring material quality into a conversation that work vans never used to have access to. Storage is not bolted on as an afterthought. It is designed into the architecture of the space so that every cubic inch serves a purpose, without making the cabin feel like a warehouse. Whether this vehicle is transporting a family through 3 states, carrying crew to a remote job site, or functioning as a mobile base camp for a week in the mountains, the interior holds its quality. It does not apologize for what it is. It presents itself under the hood. The 2026 Savana Explorer carries powertrain options built around a philosophy that the people driving this vehicle are not doing it lightly. The core offering is a V8 gasoline engine with the kind of low-end torque that a fully loaded, full-size van actually needs. Not the kind of acceleration that looks good in a spec sheet. The kind of confident, composed power delivery that matters when you are merging onto a highway with a full cabin and gear in the back. Turbocharged variants bring modern efficiency into the equation without sacrificing the reliability that the Savana platform has built its reputation on. Towing capacity is real. Boats, trailers, overlanding equipment. The suspension tuning balances comfort and control across the kind of surface. Variation that a vehicle used for genuine travel encounters every single trip. Rough pavement does not rattle the cabin. Open highway does not become an endurance test. This is a powertrain built for distance. Now, here is where the 2026 Savana Explorer separates itself from every previous version of this vehicle. The technology layer. A large central touchscreen anchors the dashboard with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integration that does not require a cable conversation. Every time a passenger wants to connect, Onboard Wi-Fi keeps the entire cabin connected through long stretches of road where individual devices would otherwise lose signal. GMC's infotainment interface responds to voice control with the kind of accuracy that makes reaching for the screen feel unnecessary. integrated navigation routes with the intelligence of a system that has been updated for 2026 conditions, not 2019 maps. Multiple USB ports and charging stations are distributed through the cabin, so that the charging conversation is never happening between passengers. Premium audio turns highway hours into something that people do not dread. This is not technology added to a van. This is technology designed around how people actually use a van. Safety on the Savana Explorer operates at a level that the full-size van segment was not always known for. The 2026 model carries a full suite of advanced driver assistance systems: forward collision alert, automatic emergency braking, lane departure warning, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, surround view cameras that make parking a vehicle of this size in an urban environment feel manageable rather than stressful. A structurally reinforced body and strategically placed airbags provide occupant protection that scales with the vehicle's real-world use cases. This is not a van where the safety specification was an afterthought. It is a van where GMC understood that the people most likely to put serious miles on this vehicle are also the people who cannot afford to have something go wrong on the road. Pricing for the 2026 GMC Savana Explorer Motorhome sits at the premium end of the full-size van segment. And before that number becomes a hesitation, run the calculation that most buyers never run before they walk into a dealership. A vehicle that functions as family transporter, adventure platform, mobile office, and long-distance travel machine is not one purchase. It is for purchases compressed into one. The trim range allows buyers to configure this vehicle around their actual use case rather than paying for features that do not apply. Base models deliver the foundation. Higher trims add premium leather seating, upgraded technology packages, enhanced towing capability, and interior appointments that move this van into territory that executive shuttle operators and serious overlanders both find compelling. Optional roof racks, modular storage systems, and premium entertainment upgrades allow the Savana Explorer to become whatever the buyer needs it to be. GMC's dealer network across the United States means that support infrastructure exists wherever this vehicle goes. Here is the thing that the full-size van segment has been slow to admit. The people who need a vehicle that can do everything have been compromising for years. The family that needs cargo space buys an SUV and loses capacity. The overlander that needs interior room buys a truck camper and loses the ability to stand up. The professional that needs a mobile workspace buys a Sprinter and pays for a brand that charges for the badge. The GMC Savana Explorer Motorhome does not ask for a compromise. It was built on a platform proven across decades of American commercial use, upgraded with the technology and interior specification of a vehicle that takes its occupants seriously, and priced within reach of buyers who have been waiting for the full-size van to finally become something worth choosing on purpose. The question worth sitting with is not whether this van fits your life. The question is why it took this long for someone to build it. And what GMC builds on this platform next is the reason to stay close.